What happened when you saved your husband's life and he ruined yours? When my husband's family found out that my kidney was a match for his, they begged me to donate. My husband and I had been married for 8 years, and it was heartbreaking to watch him always in pain. I did it for him, and for our 2 young kids who needed their father alive and well. My own family begged me not to do it. They told me his family was rich enough to find another donor, that they had influence, they had options. But I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to gamble with time. I wanted my husband healthy as soon as possible, so I ignored them. I went through with the surgery. The transplant was successful. My husband was full of gratitude and made all sorts of promises, how he'd stand by me forever, how he owed me his life. We both healed quickly, and for a while, everything was good, better than good. The next 6 months were probably the happiest of my life. He brought me gifts every time he came home from work, took us on vacations, spoiled me and the kids, and honestly, during that time, I felt proud of what I'd done. I had no regrets. But then one day, I fell sick. Fainted, actually. My younger sister happened to be at our house and rushed me to the hospital. The doctor said I was just exhausted. Nothing major, but still. I had donated a kidney, and I was clearly run down. They called my husband while I was in the hospital. He didn't answer at first. When he finally picked up, he told my sister he was busy, and that whole day he never showed up, not once. I didn't want to overthink it, but my sister couldn't hold back. She said, "You see how he's treating you after you gave him your kidney?" I snapped at her, told her to shut up, but then she said something that stuck. "Why don't you pretend you're still sick and see how he really feels?" I went home the next day and found him lounging on the couch like nothing happened. I asked why he never came. He gave me some useless excuse and then got mad and stormed out. That's when I decided to test what my sister said. From that day, I started pretending to be weak, and just like that, the man changed. He'd leave the house early and come back late, sometimes not at all. He'd shout at me over the smallest things. The love, gone. One day I saw my husband come home with his parents, and a woman I'd never seen before. I welcomed them politely, trying to hide how tense I was. But my father-in-law didn't waste time. He said, "Cynthia, you're very weak. Your husband has told us you can't perform your wifely duties, so we decided to ease your burden by finding you a co-wife." My mother-in-law chimed in, "She'll help you satisfy your husband at night and cook for him too." They made it sound like charity, like they were doing me a favor. I didn't react. I stood up calmly and walked to the bedroom. I was still processing when the new woman walked in with my mother-in-law. She looked around and said, "This is where I'll be staying with my husband." Before I could even react, she had already started moving my things. Then she turned to me and said, "Cynthia, you can move to the basement." That night, something in me broke beyond repair. I gave this man life. I saved him, and this is how he repays me? I told them I was never really sick and left the house. Then I filed for divorce and took full custody of the kids. After the court heard I donated my kidney, I was granted alimony and half of his assets. Local news picked up the story and ran it for weeks. He lost his reputation, his business started crumbling, and even his new wife left him. He and his parents came back begging me to forgive him and return, but it was too late. I gave him life, and I took it back.